What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome information for you guys, but before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my videos first. Now we're starting off with some Xenoblade Chronicles 3 news that is surely going to be big for those that are looking for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to make a big splash at retail with sales and see the future of the franchise. Now over on Twitter, my man Pierre485 has put out some awesome information about the pre-order numbers for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now over at the COMG, which looks at the Japanese pre-order sales there, he has stated that Xenoblade 3 is now the most pre-ordered Xenoblade game of all time at the COMG, with 10 days left to go. Now what that means is that we're looking at a pretty big opening for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 sales wise. Now back in 2017, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 opened up at about 100,000 units sold. It was a little bit less than that. Now this does not include digital sales, so obviously you have to factor in the digital sales and everything, so it was probably over 110,000, 120,000 back in 2017. I can easily see Nintendo with this game and the hype and everything that's going on right now, with 10 days still left to go, most pre-order game of all time. This should be 120, 130,000 units in its debut week, and I hope that it's higher than that for Japan. But overall, that would still be a massive dub, a massive win if Xenoblade has that amount, because no other Xenoblade game has done that. So we're seeing constantly that Xenoblade is getting more hype, more attention, more love, more care than pretty much any other Xenoblade game, and that's what you want to see, especially leading into the launch of a major game in the franchise. So it's very good to see this with the pre-order numbers, and I'm guessing that it's going to have an even way bigger launch, because obviously it's the US, so I'm not even guessing. It will have a pretty big launch in the US and also in Europe. I would expect this game to be well over 1 million units in its first month. Now it is kind of weird because it launches at the very end of July and it runs into August, so I'm guessing by the end of August or so we can kind of see how everything stacks up. But it'll be interesting to see if Nintendo actually announces any type of numbers or how it does, because I know they've been pushing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 like crazy with its own direct and also with the advertising. We're starting to see it all over the place, and this game is worthy of that. Give it a shot. It's a really solid and really good game when you actually get into the battle system and kind of know what's going on, and the story is just going to be phenomenal if you've played the previous Xenoblade games. But also it has a self-contained story, so if you like that type of style, I think you're going to love what Xenoblade Chronicles 3 does. So looking forward a lot to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Love to see these pre-orders going high, and people are getting excited and hyped up for the game launching next week as of the time that I'm recording this video. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about something else when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that is some of the stuff that we've been seeing about the new characters and a really cool feature that is making its way back into the game. So over on Twitter, the official Xenoblade Chronicles 3 account had this to say about a fan favorite feature returning. When defeating a unique monster, a tombstone will now appear where they once resided. This allows you to rebattle them at any time. Grind these monsters out to hone your skills. So this is something that is phenomenal in Xenoblade Chronicles, because what you can do with these unique monsters, they often have really good drops, they give good experience, so you can grind these out, you can test out new techniques, you can test out what you want to do with your battle systems in the game, how you want to position yourself, what character you want to be. You can try out different strategies, but then also reap all of the rewards and benefits of that. And especially with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, in the camps you can now cook and get extra experience. So what you can do is you can cook, fast travel, or warp over or get to where you need to get to with the unique monster, and continue to fight those unique monsters to grind out things, to hone the skills, to level up faster, to do what you need to do. And at high level, if you need to get a certain material in previous Xenoblade games and everything, it was always a great feature to have in Xenoblade Chronicles. So I love the fact that they're bringing this back, and it's something that definitely needed to be added into the game. I was wondering about it, if they talked about it or not, but now that we have a nice confirmation of it, it's good to see. And once again, adding to my theory here that this is going to be the ultimate Xenoblade game that combines so many of the different aspects of Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade X, Xenoblade 2, Torna, and kind of puts them all together, then wraps it up in its own unique coding of a game. So that's why I think that, yes, if you've played the previous Xenoblade games, this one is going to be awesome for you. But also, if you're new, you're going to get the best of so many different things with its own new base of characters and self-contained story as well. So to me, it's one of those games that whether you're new or you're old, man, this is going to be something special, especially with that story, because if you get into the story and lore of Xenoblade, it's one of the best, if not best, my favorite story out there when you combine all the different aspects of everything with the games. Now, and I do want to get into another topic here with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that is this new character that we've seen before from the Xenoblade Direct and also what they've talked about, but now we have a little bit more details on her, and that is Ms. Ashura here, who belongs to Kevis, where she is known for her combat prowess. She is cold, uncaring about concepts such as life and death. Quite scary, huh? That's what the official translation had to say on Twitter. And based off of how she introduces herself to the team here, she looks like she's one cold lady that she just threw and plunged right in the middle of that machine's face. So very good to see how they're kind of introducing these characters. And probably the best thing about this with the hero system in this game is the fact that not only are heroes individual unique characters with their own stories and where they come from and unique powers and what they do, but also they don't have like the whole gacha mechanic that so many people were upset about with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I'm glad that they did it in this way, where you meet them along your journey, or maybe there's a side quest and you run into them, which is how I felt that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 should do the unique blade. So very good way of doing it, taking pretty much a cool concept of what they're doing with having these extra characters that you can use, but putting it in this type of system, it just makes it seem like it's going to be like the best possible way to get extra characters outside of your cast for more customization into the game, but not have it be too intrusive. So very good on Monolith Soft's end or part there. But what are your thoughts on all these different things when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and what they're adding in and the pre-order sales? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next topic here, we finally have an update for Mario Strikers Battle League. So Nintendo and developer Next Level Games will release the first free update for Mario Strikers Battle League on July 21st at 6 p.m. PT, which will add Hi, I'm Daisy and Shy Guy as playable characters, as well as the Night Gear and new Stadium Desert Ruin. Now, Nintendo has also stated that 2 more free updates, including additional characters, gear, and stadiums, will be made available later in 2022. Now, here are the full details about this new update. Now, a loud roar erupts across the stadium. The audience cheers as newly added players dash out onto the field. These up-and-coming strikers have a lot to prove in this no-holds-barred sport, but they're prepared to hit the rough turf with some slick moves and deliver the goods. Please welcome Daisy and Shy Guy to Mario Strikers Battle League for Switch. Beginning July 21st, a free update will be available to all Mario Strikers Battle League players, which adds a number of new features to the game, including the new playable characters Daisy and Shy Guy, a new set of night-themed gear, and the new Desert Ruin Stadium. Now, here are some individual details on each of these new updates to the game. Now, Daisy, whether on offense or defense, Daisy's high technique attribute, skillful passing, and flower spiral hyper strike will keep opponents guessing. Shy Guy, evenly balanced in all attributes, Shy Guy is always eager to take the field no matter the position. Plus, Shy Guy's propeller dive hyper strike is a force to be reckoned with. Night themed gear. When equipped, this gear increases the strength and shooting attributes at the cost of other attributes. Desert Ruin Stadium. Get gritty in a new stadium featuring the appearance of Desert Ruins. In addition to using the Desert Ruin Stadium in matches, you can also set it as your club stadium. Have a crack at these added features and see what kind of brilliant plays you can deploy to drill the ball home. Your confidence and composure in front of the goal will surely inspire sports fanatics in the Mushroom Kingdom and beyond. Mario Strikers Battle League will have 2 more free updates to look forward to in 2022. These updates will also include additional characters, gear, and stadiums. Please stay tuned for more details in the future. And I actually really like Mario Strikers Battle League quite a bit. I just feel that there is a fatal flaw with the online in the game, not being able to group up with 4 people and head into it for a 4-on-4 match, so 8 people total. You can only do 2s, and that's a bit of a bummer. I'm not so bummed about the content and all that. a lot of multiplayer games come out now at this point where they add stuff over time. That's not anything new to me, and I've always felt that these Mario sports games, I'm not really looking for a million different things to do or whatever. I just want to play a few rounds of golf or shoot basketball or play baseball just for a bit with my friends. Obviously, it would have been nice if this stuff was already in there, as many people have already stated in their videos, and even I talked about myself in the videos, but I feel that the bigger issue is obviously with the online and maybe some of the online modes and things that you can do. So I'm hoping that they do add that more so than anything, but of course they're going to add the gear and all that type of stuff. They did it with the previous Mario sports games, but I understand for some of the people that are upset with it. But I think that this is a good update. Daisy's finally in. I think it's going to get the Daisy fans to get back into it and get more people to jump in as they continue to add content. Mario Strikers Battle League was number 3 on the MPD sales charts for June, and that does not include digital, so people are definitely picking up the game on Amazon. It's definitely in the top sales for Switch games and games as well. So more and more people are actually buying the game and getting into it. So these updates are coming at a good time. So what are your thoughts on Mario Strikers Battle League and what they've added or what they will be adding, and what do you want to see next for the game? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the next topic here, guys, we've got official release dates in all countries for No More Heroes 3 on PlayStation and Xbox systems in addition to PC. So No More Heroes 3 will launch for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam on October 11th in North America and October 14th in Europe. Publishers Xseed Games and Marvelous Europe announced. Now in Japan, the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One versions are due out on October 6th, so a bit earlier in Japan. Now in North America, No More Heroes will be available in a physical Day 1 edition for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Xbox Series / Xbox One for $59.99, which includes a copy of the game, 70 plus pages, 5.3 by 7.3 inches softcover art book, 22 track soundtrack, and 7 by 4 inches Santa Destroy commemorative biker license plate with 2 all-new illustrations for both of the game case and custom outer box done by series artist Yusuke Kozaki. Now in Europe, the game will be available in a physical edition for €59.99 or 49.99 British pounds, which includes a copy of the game, all new artwork on the game cast done by series artist Yusuke Kozaki, 3 art cards, and a double-sided poster featuring Travis and Demzem Tiger. Now here's a little bit of an overview of the game if you don't know what No More Heroes 3 is all about. I played the game on the Switch a year ago and I absolutely loved it, so it's cool to see that the game is going to get into more hands here. So being the #1 assassin in the world isn't what it used to be. Otaku hero Travis Touchdown is back once more, forced out of retirement to defend Santa Destroy and Earth in an intergalactic test of might while proving he's more than just a has-been who talks to his cat. Warm up those beam katanas, tighten the all-new Death Glove, and get ready to partake in outrageous boss battles against the evil Prince Fu and his 9 alien henchmen as Travis fights his way to the top of the galactic superhero rankings. No More Heroes 3 will arrive on new platforms with improved HD visuals and frame rates, along with faster loading times to keep players dishing out eye-popping ultra violence. Once again, this game is awesome. It's a lot of fun. I love the game a lot. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how it performs and looks and see what things, because there are some issues just fundamentally wrong with the game, but it was still a ton of fun. That's kind of like how the No More Heroes games are. So it's going to be cool to see it on other platforms and see what PlayStation and Xbox gamers think about this game that didn't play it on the Nintendo Switch. So what are your thoughts with No More Heroes, Xenoblade Chronicles, Mario Strikers, and everything that we talked about? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.